As seen in the diagram, black helicopters have a complex reproductive cycle with various different phases. They start out as seed crystals that are injected into a biological host organism, typically cattle, but occasionally humans, by either human technicians or other black helicopters. It has also been theorized that seed crystals have been sprayed from military and possibly civil aircraft in the form of so-called chemtrails, which then render the body of a host via their food and water supply or direct dermal contact. The inoculated seed crystal uses nanobiotechnology, which incorporates nanoscale self-maturing robotic with biological control systems created using genetic engineering. A lot of big words. To grow with material synthesized form the host organs. After being injected into the head of a cattle, so this is seen depicted here, typically the seed crystal enters the bloodstream where it travels to the intestines, along the way gathering various needed compounds from different organ systems, like the integumentary system or the nervous system, commonly. Once there, it quickly develops into a microscopic black helicopter, which are obviously very small. These small, simplified versions of helicopters will either stay in the host and continue to grow to maturity, or will sometimes exit the body at this stage, usually burrowing through the skin, as depicted in this image. The microcopters that continue to incubate in their hosts for longer periods of time will later become the largest, more muscular helicopters. After a few weeks, the copter grows large enough, about 30 centimeters, to burst from the guts of its host. This artificial live birth leaves the host organism dead, unfortunately, and is usually the source of most cattle mutilations. Bursting is usually timed so that it occurs at night, providing cover of darkness. After the burst, the new copter takes a few minutes to unfold and harden before flying off. Once it's old enough to burst from its host, it has the ability to gather further minerals and proteins from its environment, allowing it to grow to full, mature size. These macroscopic helicopters are now referred to as juvenile black helicopters. They can be found in the wilderness or on the outskirts of civilization, avoiding human observation and biding their time while they grow. If discovered by persons or agents unaligned with the NWO, they may react violently to eliminate any witnesses. However, since many are equipped with cyclotron organs grown from environmental aluminum compounds or even beer cans scavenged from roadsides, I wonder how they got there, they may instead simply cause short to mid-term memory loss in observers before escaping, resulting in the phenomena known as lost time, which is often mistakenly attributed to UFO abduction. So we want to refer to this visual here. Maybe. There we go. Note, if the JBH discovers that the observer is wearing an aluminum foil detector beanie, as depicted by this fine gentleman, pretty cool, huh? Thus making cyclotronically induced memory loss impossible. Violence will almost certainly ensue. Plus they're cool looking too. Additionally, the smaller sized JVHs are known to camouflage themselves as pigeons, squirrels, and other woodland or urban or suburban creatures, so watch out. They can also cover themselves from the outer casing of animals they've killed for organic building materials, allowing them to spy on citizens in broad daylight. It becomes capable of injecting seed crystals when it's reached the mature stage of development and can continue to do so until it's a seed injector. Protruding from its forward underside becomes too large to puncture flesh without causing hemorrhaging. A MBH has exited its host before reaching bursting maturity is called an extracorporeal microscopic black helicopter. In the field, this is referred to as EMBH. They're often the source of seed injections, so they're also occasionally called reproductives or seed vectors, all important terms for you to remember. Besides this role, they also act as spies, since their small size makes them pretty much undetectable. They are the proverbial fly on the wall for liberty. They have also been reports of reinfections, where it will re-enter a host, typically a human, through the ear canal and burrow its way to the base of the skull, where it will implant itself in the central nervous system. That sounds like fun. This will allow it to affect and sometimes even control the actions of the host. This is dangerous for the host, since the MBH, now called a parasitic black helicopter, referenced as a PBH in this phase, can do permanent damage to the brain and may self-destruct to avoid detection, causing what is erroneously diagnosed as spontaneous human combustion.